Hello, good morning students. Today I am going to teach you Standard 7th subject English lesson number 2.4, that is a poem, How Doth the Little Busy Bee. Students, now be ready with your textbook, page number 35, poem How Doth the Little Busy Bee. Read along with me. How doth the little busy bee improve each shining hour, and gather honey all the day from every opening flower. How skillfully she builds her cell, how neat she spreads her wax, and labors hard to store it well with the sweet food she makes. Poem was written by Isaac Watts. Students, now let us see our first stanza of the poem. How doth the little busy bee improve each shining hour, and gather honey all the day from every opening flower. So here in the first stanza, poet is saying that poet is wondering as how the little honey bee is so busy and how it becomes more energetic and works even harder and harder as the days goes by. He also wonders that how it is able to gather honey all day long, moving from flower to flower. Understood, students? Okay, now let us go to the next stanza. How skillfully she builds her cell, how neat she spreads her wax, and labors hard to store it well with the sweet food she makes. So here in the second stanza, the poet tells us that the female honeybee is skillfully means very efficiently, how she builds her cell. What is the meaning of cell? One of the compartment of the honeycomb. How she skillfully builds the cell inside the honeycomb. She neatly spreads the wax, makes honey from the nectar collected from the flowers, and works harder and harder to store it well. That's why the labor bees works very hard to store the wax in the honeycomb. And then what they make? They make a sweet food, that is the honey, with so much effort. Now let us go to our next poem, that is a parody. What is a parody? It is a piece of writing, music, etc. that imitates the style of something else in an amusing way. So let us read this beautiful poem. How doth the little crocodile improve his shining tail, and pour the waters of the Nile on every golden scale. How cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly spreads his claws, and welcomes little fishes in with gently smiling jaws. And this poem is written by Lewis Carroll. Okay, now let us understand each stanza one by one. So, our first stanza is, how doth the little crocodile improve his shining tail, and pour the waters of the Nile on every golden scale. Here the poet is talking about the crocodile. We know now what is a crocodile? Yes. So here the poet is talking about the crocodile that lives in the river Nile. He tells us that the crocodile improves his looks by pouring water on his body, which makes it shine. As the water is spread on the body of the crocodile, what it becomes? It becomes shiny, and the scales appear golden under the rays of the sun. We know na, the sun rays are of golden color, yellow color. So as the water spreads on his body of the crocodile, his scales appears as a golden color with the help of the rays of the sun. This will make him look very attractive to the fishes that he wants to prey on. Okay, now let us see our second stanza. How cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly spreads his claws, and welcomes little fishes in with gently smiling jaws. Now in the second stanza, the poet is saying that the crocodile cheerfully grins, that is, he smiles, but his smile is a mask he puts to hide his real intention of attracting the fishes. Behind the fake smile is a beast, neatly spreading his claws, all while waiting and lurking for an opportunity to strike at the innocent little fishes that may come to exchange pleasantries with him. So, this poem, a parody, poet is saying that crocodile stands for laziness and deceptive behavior. It also shows that it is gentle when pouring water on his tail, but in reality, the crocodile is a crafty creature that tricks its prey, such as the fish, into its surrounding, making it easy for it to devour them. The crocodile works to catch its prey. So, from these two poems, that is the bee and a parody, what we can understand? We can understand that the bee is shown to be gentle and the crocodile is shown to be cunning and deceptive. So, students, by listening to these two poems, which poem seems better? Yes, How Doth the Little Busy Bee by Isaac Watts is a better one compared to the parody. It gives us a positive feeling and an important lesson for our whole life. Like the bee, we too should work very hard, efficiently, and very skillfully. We should not be like the lazy crocodile that is harming others. Okay? Thank you.